Hello, guys, and welcome again to hashtag I Was Here by your very own myself, Stephanie. Now, in today's video, I am going to do a miniature piggyback off of what I was talking about last week with self-determination and motivation, and I'm going to give you guys 5 key, very important ingredients to becoming successful. And with that being said, rule number 1. Do not, and when I say do not ever compare yourself to others. Don't be sitting there like, oh my God, she graduated already and I'm still there. No, just because somebody else's pace is a little bit faster than yours does not mean that you are belittled, does not mean that you are less of a person than them. No, fixate on your goals, fixate on what you need to do for yourself, and don't look about whomever he, she, they, them are doing. Rule number 2, do not shrink with the fear of what ifs. And now what I mean by that is, sometimes like me per se, I've had goals and, aspirations, and I've changed my mind many times because I was so fixated on the idea of what if I do this wrong? What if I do that wrong? And as I'm saying what if, I'm inching far away from what I had planned. No, ignore the what ifs. Don't shrink with the fear of the what ifs. Don't fixate on the fear of the what ifs. Rule number 3, continuously tell yourself, yo, I got this. Continuously say words of affirmation. All right. Even if you don't have whatever you want now, you continue to say, all right, well, I'm going to get that A. I'm making sure that I'm getting that A. You're putting the good vibes, good energies out. And that's what you're going to receive. It all depends on what you put in. So if you tell your mind, yo, I'm not going to do this, I suck, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm that, your mind starts to believe it. So therefore, it reflects in your capability to do it. It reflects in how your body responds to you, pursuing whatever you're trying to pursue. And it just kind of turns out, it's just expelling what you gave it. So if you tell yourself, yo, I can't do this, I'm a loser, I'm a this, your body's just going to start to accept it, and that's not what we want here. Rule number 4, learn to accept failure and turn your failure into motivation. Yo, guys, when I tell y'all, I live by this, and I got a miniature story for y'all for this one. So earlier this year, in my spring semester, I was taking a cell biology class. Sorry to my friends that know me and that took the class with me. I definitely lied to y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all the truth in this video. I took the class, and it was very difficult for me because initially my first exam, I took a big L. Like, I took a big L. It was, honestly, after that exam, I was really wondering, is bio really something good for me? But I took a big L first exam. Second exam, my grade increased. My grade got better, but it was still an L. I was still just not doing as great as I probably could be doing. So I went to professor's office hours, and I said to her, excuse me, like, I don't really know what on earth is going on, but my grades are not reflecting what I'm putting in. And she's like, well, maybe what you're putting in is not enough. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, if you know me, I'm the kind of student that is always studying. My friends are always making fun of me because I'm always stressing about studying. And she said to me, yeah, maybe you're not putting in enough effort. I'm like, all right, sis, you just disrespected me. So therefore, I'm going to make sure that I prove you wrong. And she was basically trying to tell me different ways of studying, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I was listening to her, but because I felt disrespected, I shut her down, I shut her out. So like the rest of that time in that session, I was ignoring her because she pissed me off. But after listening to her, of course I was annoyed, and I did shut her out, but I definitely did listen to everything that she said. And she said, maybe you should alter the way in which you are studying. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to alter the way in which I'm studying. I decided to study a different way. I decided to take her slides and literally memorize them word for word. Every single word that she wrote on there, break it down, draw diagrams. When I tell y'all, every lecture that she did, I literally took almost 3-4 hours to digest one lecture. So it was very difficult for me. But after doing that, I realized, okay, I'm going to do that, and then let me go take the exam. Took the third exam, 90. I'm like, whoa. Then I said, okay, maybe this is working for me. Took the fourth exam, 92. I'm like, all right, God, thank you so much, because I was taking a big L. And my professor, she saw the effort. She saw the change. She saw the shift. I took those failures, the first 2 failures, and I said, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I was very highly disappointed anyway. But I said to myself, all right, I see these L's. I'm going to turn these L's into motivation. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to write it on my wall. What I basically did was I took the exam, pinned it to my wall, and wrote motivation. Every morning when I woke up, the first thing that I saw was that exam, looking at my eyes, getting on my damn nerves. So I would just look at that exam like, all right, this is motivating me to get up and just do what I got to do. Make sure that I fixed this grade because the first two L's was ugly. Like, my first two grades was really ugly. Number 5, last but not least, to learn to give yourself credit when you have achieved a goal, when you have, finished the race. Learn to pat yourself on the back, because oftentimes we are so fixated on, oh, I want to be humble. I know one of my friends is watching this and he knows I'm definitely subbing him. But no, learn to give yourself a pat on the back. Like, yes, I put all that work in. Yes, thankfully I got that product. You don't have to boast about it, but you need to be grateful and, take some time to reflect on, how much work and effort that you have put in to achieve your goals. So if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching my 5 tips on how to be successful. And if you guys have any tips, anything that you want to share, drop that down below in the comments. And I will see you guys in, I think I'm going to drop my next video in 5 days, 5 to 6 days. So hopefully by Saturday, we'll see. Thank you guys.